How you guys doing? Perfect. You know what? I want to ask you how you're doing. Have you noticed on every single YouTube video they open it so serious, like the Alex Hormozy? Please, be your damn self. So I'm gonna be my damn self. Okay, this video is all about how I'm going to be scaling to 100K a month in 2026. I'm very transparent and open about my revenue, my journey, where we're going, the mistakes we've made, and just documenting and having fun and building fucking business. That's what this is about. Okay, cool. I'm gonna share my systems, share some lessons, share some mistakes. Let's get to it, shall we? Cool. I just spat all over my iPad. I gotta get a tissue. Because my iPad is covered in spit. You didn't ask for that, but whatever. You're getting the real. You're getting the real. All right, let's do it, shall we? Okay, we're gonna break this into like steps, mistakes, etc. So mistakes and take forwards from 2025. So mistake. The first mistake I made was headless chicken work. I strongly believe that working more hours meant more money, bro. And you know what this is? This is residue from corporate thinking. And I ain't, you know what? I was about to say I ain't hating on the corporate world, but yes, I fucking am. The corporate world, how hard you work is heavily tied to your compensation. And I applied that same line of reasoning and logic to my business. And I said to myself, if I'm not working 12, 14, 15 hours a day, and I literally would say to myself, I don't deserve to earn more money. But I don't. That's a line of thinking that I'm learning to shred. I'm trying to say to myself, you need to increase your leverage. You need to get better at business. You need to be able to get more results with less work. That's literally what all the best business people do. They figure out issues in the market. They figure out how they can hire that key person and make more money. They solve bottlenecks. They don't put in 18-hour days to make more money. And I think when I scale to 100K a month, I can't be fucking working 19-hour days because your boy will just die. Your boy's already bald. But you know, I'm looking good. I'm looking healthy. The beard's looking good. But I don't want to be aging. You know, I don't want to be aging every 10 years for every 100K a month I add to my business. We want to be living successful, happy lives in all areas. The next thing is tracking stupid inputs. Looking to win the day instead of tracking what actually leads to money. So this is a concept that I learned from an entrepreneur called Andy Frisella. And in theory, the concept's very good. You basically have key tasks you have to do, and then once you do them all, you win the day. And that's excellent. But what I would do is I'd literally just load my day with like lots of tasks. So I'd just be working 18, 19-hour days. Again, for no reason. So now, instead, I have inputs that are all about outreach and content. Outreach content. That's what drives revenue in my business. So why the fuck am I improving my landing page? My landing page is solid. I ain't gonna improve that. All I gotta do is just do more outreach, more content. So that's what your boy's gonna do. The next thing is extreme fear. Oh my days, bro. The amount of fear that I had around my business and building it allowed me to scale, but it prevented me from making decisions, and it stopped me definitely from scaling because I was operating from a place of, is this gonna work? And I would ultimately do it. But if I just believed in my source and I believed in my work ethic a bit more, life would have been so much better. And I wouldn't have been saying to myself, oh my gosh, like, are you actually, it was almost like, are you worthy to do this? And I don't know if you think, are you worthy to scale? But I'll be transparent. I definitely had a lot of moments where I was like, am I even worthy? And maybe that's a whole different spiritual question. But moving forward, I definitely want to remove and strip that fear, okay? And I think it's important to talk about the things that I fucked up on because ultimately in our businesses, it's bottleneck, whether it's operational bottlenecks within your actual business or it's mindset bottlenecks. We're just solving bottlenecks. Take a shot every single time I say the word bottleneck. You'll be kaput within this video. Okay, take forwards. Ironically, extreme fear led to extreme effort. So I put more effort into my business than any human being on planet Earth. And nigga flew to Lebanon, for fuck's sakes. I actually typed that out. I built these Gamma docs myself. So if you don't know, at this point, I literally flew to Lebanon to sign Andre Hackle Jr. as a client. And then this is the video. I flew 10,000 plus miles to sign this client, which is actually true. Now, because I was so fearful, I did everything I can to win, and I'm so grateful that I did that because I scaled like a motherfucker. So I'm really happy about that, but I want to be able to have the extreme effort without having the extreme fear. I don't need to work myself into a coma or be so scared I don't think I know where my next dollar's coming from. Like, that's not how any human should be living. and it leads to a lot of issues. The next thing that I did that was correct was I pushed myself to learn. I learned a lot in the last year in 2025 about business, and now I'm literally a different human. The person that I was this time last year to now is so different. I'm so much better at business. I'm so much more astute. The decisions I make are better. I have a team, and because I constantly say to myself, you need to learn, you need to learn, you need to learn, it definitely allowed me to scale. And those are the things I want to take forward. So I want to take forward my strong work ethic, and I want to take forward the fact that I pushed myself to learn. Those are so important. Amazing. Conclusion. Continue the max effort and continue to improve and continue to learn more and more and more. Amazing. So then the next thing I want to do is I want to focus on my inputs and my trackers. So let's see if this will open. Thank you for that. Rich drug dealers on the loose. Couple niggas on the loose. Cool. So then what we've got here is these are the trackers. So I've got my outreach tracker and my content tracker. If I skip these, then I don't deserve to win. But if I tick these off every single week without fail, my business will scale. It's literally maths. Turn this into a maths equation. Let's remove the emotion and let's make it all data and all inputs. So the data that I'm tracking in particular is 5 super looms per week, all follow-ups completed, 2 talking head videos per month, which is a very low goal, and then 1 vlog video per month. If I can do that, there's no way I can't scale, okay? And this is on the lower side. This is to make sure that I'm consistent, and then I'll ramp it up as things get more aggressive. Amazing. And I want to be more input focused than just work focused, because it's all about outreach. It's all about content. It's all about building your authority. It's not about working like a slave. My people already left slavery. We've already left bondage. We escaped bondage, okay? I don't need to work like a slave. I need to work like a CEO. That was probably the craziest thing that you're gonna see in a YouTube video. I ain't editing it out, because it's true. There's no need to be a slave. There's no need to work like a slave, okay? I ain't gonna do that shit. What I'm gonna do is gonna work like a CEO. I've gotta focus on the inputs. And that's what will lead to my clients getting the best results. That will lead to me getting the best results. And that will lead to just everything I possibly want. Let's use an analogy, okay? As you can tell, your boy be staying in the gym. Your boy be staying in the gym. When it comes to the gym, I don't focus on lifting the most amount of weights. I actually probably spend less time in the gym than most people that consistently go to the gym. The reason being is that I exclusively focus on my inputs. I go to the gym, I do my 30 minutes, and then I leave. I do that 5 times a week, and that is it. The second that my sets are done, I go home. And what does that lead to? It leads to being shredded as a motherfucker. That's what it leads to. It leads to remaining hench. I don't have to spend 4 hours in the gym. It's actually a waste of my time. Do you know what's funny? I hate the gym. I despise the gym. I don't like anything about the gym. But because I said to myself, this is my input, this is what must be done, non-negotiable, your boy scales. Your boy scales. Brez scales. Okay? Dan scales. Step 3, operations, okay? So right now, this is the structure of my team. So I have writers, editors, strategists, and then a project manager, okay? So 4 writers can handle 20 clients, probably more with AI. 2 editors can handle 20 clients. Well, my 2 editors. Shout out to my 2 editors, they're monsters, Yash and me. And then I have strategist and then project manager. This is the structure, okay? The project manager curates everything, and then the writer makes sure everything's, the writer writes all the scripts, the lead magnets, the emails, and then the editor does all the work, and then SEO and strategy. That's it, okay? And then we have an AI wrapper. This structure's great because what we're doing is we're taking human capital, big ass word for y'all niggas, human capital, and then we're taking AI and we are boosting up human capital. A lot of people are against human capital these days because of AI, but I think that if you can empower a living, breathing human being that can do analysis, that's intelligent and can make decisions, and then you give them AI, beautiful. So that's why we do that, okay? Cool. Amazing. And that is a short breakdown of how I'm going to scale in 2026. And overall, I think the overarching point is that this is a year of all about inputs. I'm all about the inputs. I'm all about my outreach. I'm all about my content. That, if I can focus on that exclusively, That is what is important in my B2B business. It's just about my outreach, and it's just about my content. If I can build my authority by having more followers, more subscribers, more people in my ecosystem, more people in my funnel, and I can do more outreach than my competitors, I will defeat all my enemies. Now, when I say defeat all my enemies, I'm not saying that every single person that does a content agency is my enemy. But what I'm saying is that this is a competition, and I'm all about competing. Okay, I'm all about competing. The way I'm out compete people is the outreach and the content. All right. Amazing. Let's make 2026 a big fucking year. Let's get it. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you for the next one.